Not a moniker. Not a moniker. Oh. Oh, yep.
Cheers, my friend.
Cheers. Air cheers.
Ding, ding, ding.
Welcome back to the program.
Magic Card Path Ride, everybody. Welcome back.
Hey. Dude, let's fire it off. We got so much golf to talk about.
Ryan Westfall, Zach Meloge here. Welcome back, everybody. YouTube land. Like and subscribe. Hope everybody's enjoying the show thus far in YouTube land. Mm-hmm. It's pretty bland, just like all the other YouTube shows.
You guys need to get cracking, watch some videos, but whatever.
Personally, within all this, as if I didn't wash my hands enough as it was, I'm cracking, bro. I'm done. Like, my hands are killing me, dude.
It's the knuckles, dude. The knuckles is where it gets you.
My knuckle is swollen right now. It's all
You know
bad,
what? I got
man.
these 3 knuckles right here are so chalky and fucked up and scratched. They'll bleed if I split them enough.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I call them?
Yeah.
The alkaline trio right there. Like that?
It's a good drop.
That's what it is.
Good drop.
Yeah. Science.
Good band.
Yeah. So I hope you guys are out there injecting pesticides and disinfectants into your bloodstream to cure the coronavirus, because that is what science is vehemently denying, but our president is suggesting. That's where we're at in the world today. It's a crazy ass world, guy.
Forgive my I don't know, whatever the word is. I didn't repeat that again.
Yeah. So he's pondering on if you were to inject disinfectants into your body, if it could sterilize or clean. I can't
like a local disinfectant?
I can't make it up. But yeah, he's thinking about it. You know.
Okay.
Yeah. I can't make it up, man.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Wow. I've seen movies where people have injected like Clorox into people to kill them.
Yeah. Well, if people actually believe that that'll work and they do that, that's kind of like that whole Darwinian, Jonathan Swift
The Darwin
modest
Award,
proposal.
yeah.
Like let the dum-dums kill themselves out. That's some gnarly shit,
That is interesting, my friend.
Yeah.
Thank you for sharing that with me today.
Let's start it off hot. Dude.
I'm laughing more on the inside than I am on the outside because I can't, the airways would shatter with my laugh right now. That is pretty fucking good, dude. So if anybody's got any C-Void hashtag COVID symptoms,
I've hashtag coronavirus
just inject some bleach.
Every Instagram post ever.
Oh, it's Twitter, everything.
Is that
fucking through the roof.
Shameless.
Yeah, I guess the trick is just inject some Clorox into your system and you'll be fine.
Yep.
You heard it here first.
Yep.
You'll feel better.
Yeah. If you're having trouble with hair loss, just eat some Miracle Grow and rub it on your head.
Rub it all over your face and your...
And eat half of it, rub the rest on your head.
It's reverse Nair.
Yeah.
Try it. How do you...
Nair?
How are you feeling confidence-wise, I should say, with your golf game right now?
Tremendously high.
I'm having some fears.
Really? I'm the other way. I'm inexplicably confident, considering that I have no reasoning to be confident. I just want to golf, but I'm different because remember I had that little knee injury for a few weeks.
Yeah.
And now that I don't have it, I could swing a club at full capacity almost. So I'm pumped beyond belief to be able to hit a ball. Because even though I wasn't allowed to, I couldn't physically do it a couple weeks ago, and now I feel like I'm good.
I've thought about it constantly, about it, like the feeling and just hitting a golf ball again.
Yeah.
But then I woke up in a cold sweat the other day and I was like, wow.
Did you have a golf dream?
No, I didn't. I randomly thought I haven't golfed in so long or even thought about golf because naturally I'm not even watching a lot of Golf Channel anymore, this or that. it's weird having a show and not watching anything about golf.
I tell you what,
Like having a podcast and not talking about golf.
There's one thing that's hot right now about golf, and it's nostalgically hot because it happened a long time ago. Golf Channel's replaying the Big Break. We've talked about this before. I get up one day, or like I get home one day after work. My wife. See, here's the deal. My wife falls asleep when we watch a movie or we watch our Ozark or whatever it is we're watching. And then when she falls asleep, I'm like, all right, I'll pause it where we are so we can pick up when we pick up. And then I watch golf, and lately it's been Golf Channel. So at one point I pass out, and she wakes up at like 1 a.m. And because she fell asleep so freaking early, she's just up. She watches like 2 hours of Big Break.
Yeah.
And then she's like, babe, oh my God,
amazing.
I was watching one of your shows on the channel. It was like hella old, and the dudes are like super weird looking because I'm like, it was the episode 3, dude, where it was Paul versus the British guy, when it was the U.S. versus the British, and they did it at Carnoustie.
Oh, yeah.
And she was like, it's at that old course. I'm like, St. Andrews. She's like, no, the other one. And I'm like, Carnoustie. She's like, yep. I'm like, wow, she was into it, dude. And then we started watching because it was really good. The Big Break was so good, man.
Good for her, man. Yeah,
I know.
The Big Break was amazing.
The Big Break was good. They need to bring that back, dude.
It took me forever, but it finally happened today. I ran into a Shell's Wide World that I finally
Haven't seen yet?
yeah. First of all that.
Yeah.
But it was a PGA kind of Golf Channel special that was redone, and it was all done HD and this and that, and it was the 63 Sam Snead versus Jack Nicklaus.
Oh, wow.
And Jack Nicklaus was like 23.
Yeah.
And Snead was up on the upper side of his career, and it was just, they redid it, and they talk about it in the beginning of it, and
I think I've seen it, man. I saw that.
I think you mentioned it just on a prior show, but
because it was the young and the old, but they were both bombers. They both hit it really
like
far.
Snead hit on the par 5-6. Snead hit his drive 270, and Nicholas hit his what was it, 280.
I want to fact check this. Might be tough, but I bet you Snead was the first cat to hit it past three bills.
I don't know.
Maybe somebody. Maybe
good stat.
somebody really got hold of him, but I think Snead got close to it. I mean, they never averaged that high, and Jack was a bomber too when he came out, man. Arnie hit it pretty far too.
It was crazy to how we've touched on before too is like the passing of the torch. Like that was a total one-off event, but still it showcased those two, and it at the end of the day became that. Seeing Pebble in 1963 was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Not a lot was done. It was very interesting to see cart paths that are there now that weren't there then.
Yep.
Number 5 hadn't been redone at that time yet, and Jack ended up doing the 5 remodel when they got the oceanfront reclaim, I guess, if you will.
Yep.
So I don't know, it was a really cool piece to see. It was, of course, a Shells event, and Jack has such a huge Pebble history, and the course itself, again, the super link style still. Like, it's still linksy style, obviously, but it's like a glorified Muni now compared to what it used to be. Like, it was a links course. 7 had traps everywhere. Like, there's one big trap, and a trap now that goes around the back. There was like 4 traps in front of that fucking thing back in the day.
It's called...
And 5 was a completely different hole.
It's called Pebble Beach Golf Links.
Yes.
But it does not resemble
when the U.S. Open came, it was more links, but not as much as it used to be.
No, as it is now, it's not really a links course. It's unfair to call it that, but the name derives from when it was originally more like a links course.
Totally. And I've seen pictures from 1929 when Pebble looked like Spanish Bay. Essentially, like 7 was basically just this green that was just kind of there because the sand pit was just like all around it.
Yeah.
It was just sand and then the green. And it just looked like a little alien hand, like it was just gripped out everywhere.
I saw that.
It was interesting, again, to touch on 5. One of our first years at Pebble, that was one of the stories, like one of the rich guys that we met told me like the whole story behind, because Charles Schwab's property runs up against 5, and Pebble ended up reclaiming the land in front, so they were able to like restructure the hole, and they brought Jack in. But they actually, I've never really seen it, when it's 5 before that. And it looks like a typical De La Viega, Boulder Creek, whatever, even Spyglass or Spanish, but where it's just like a shot through some trees, par 3, over a bunker. It gave me number 2 at Boulder Creek vibe. It was just like a little hill and a tree to your
Narrow
left.
little target.
And like you could see the water, and they even quoted that even then, and Jack too. Like it wasn't really a picturesque hole. Like it was just like a hole was there.
The Pebble Beach, the course got made more gettable. It was wider. It wasn't as narrow. Those spots. It's easier to it got longer, of course, but
Yeah.
But even back to, I mean, just with Snead and Nicholas, and hitting a ball that far that year with those clubs and that ball,
Yeah.
that is.
I was quite impressed. 1963, and they're hitting it 280.
Dude, the average golfer
average.
will never hit close to 300, even with today's modern
the average
technology.
guy only hits the driver, even with today's technology, which just keeps regurgitating itself.
Yeah, 240.
250 at the most, dude. Like the average drive is 220, 240 for most men.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And even like big hitters in our little amateur community.
Yeah.
275, 280s are still bombs, dude. Like,
I mean, obviously
then there's those guys.
There's everybody else too. You know what I mean?
There's
like,
those guys that.
I mean, even you pump it 260, 270 pretty regularly.
I used to crush it really far, but but no more because a bunch of injuries later. You got to relearn it, but even still, like that's that type of distance, man. It makes playing golf tough at those courses when you play from the tips.
Yeah. Seeing Snead's swing from then, they even mentioned it like Wild World was probably the first people that brought slow motion golf, like the slow motion replay with the golf swing with where you.
Because they had the time, just two dudes, 18 holes.
Dudes, yeah, it was, dude. They played for $5,000.
So
$5,000 was the pot,
bro. We got to talk about it. Power of the pod, man. It's perfect to segue in. You're talking about Shell's Wonderful World. Well, speaking of this wonderful world of golf, it is pretty much official now that Tiger and Phil are doing the rematch.
I heard
it is official, and it is a COVID relief fund. It's for COVID, so
that's
it's
pretty cool.
What better timing than to capitalize on? Capitalize is maybe not the best word, but just to help
what it is.
help get some funds going to the COVID relief fund and anything related to helping this go away, and then also providing sports for the people who are dying for it. And it's great for golf to step up and get this done. And just like we discussed in a few episodes ago about Tom Brady and Peyton Manning joining them, and how ridiculously awesome and also ridiculous and also awesome.
Yeah.
Well, fuck, it's happening.
Wow.
It's happening.
Are they gonna? I didn't look into it. Are they gonna play at the same time?
Yeah, they're gonna. I mean, I'm looking at the article. The article. They don't know everything yet how it's gonna work, but it is happening.
That's amazing.
But
well, it's good, and it's happening like next month.
Yeah, they're gonna get that shit together.
It's gonna be good.
Pick a venue that's good to go.
Let's do one good. I mean, all the courses are closed. Take your pick, dude. Let Tiger pick this time. Because Phil ran that whole show last time.
He did. He ran it, and he won. But remember, Tiger had a chance. Dude.
Let Tiger pick. Tiger won't pick Pebble. That'd be dope. What if Phil was like, since I won, I pick Pebble?
Yeah, I don't know how much information is here.
Oh, yeah, it's going to be exclusive info, dude.
The contract is not yet signed. That's the big thing I'm going to pick up out of there. But let's hope.
Things are moving.
They're blasting the news on ESPN and everywhere else, so it better happen. It'd be like the last homeowner I was just dealing with. I mean, they can't say no at the last minute, right?
Apparently they can.
Anybody can do
when
anything.
It comes down to money. Speaking of power of the pod,
yeah.
Man, the Magic. Dude, what happened? What was I gonna say?
Oh, you had it lined up. You didn't even tell me before the show because you're like,
I know.
Save
I was
for
like,
the show.
I gotta wait. Oh man. Oh, the power of the pod we brought up last week. Lake County out near Napa, Calistoga area.
Okay.
Hidden Valley Golf Course.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And I randomly saw something that a golf course was opening up somewhere. And I even saw something about tattoo shops opening up and bring in your set up appointments. But Power of the Pod, we talked about Lake County, Hidden Valley Golf Course. They are opening up.
What day?
Due like May 8th or something.
So that's about right. That's the first week of May is
That's
when
what
everybody
everyone keeps saying.
Yeah, it's on all their voicemails. It's on all their websites and all that. We're going to open this. I think they said it was going to be April 4th, too. They did that, and then they just delayed it.
So good for them, because we even mentioned that they're building a golf course out there as well, which means they're probably able to continue making that golf course. But
Just want to hit a ball.
good for them. Yeah,
Just want to hit a ball.
I brought it up already, but I'm terrified, man. Not like I'm not trying to overly make this dramatic, but
This is it. This is what the show is about. Golf
but
is
for
life.
me, like I haven't even I have a fucking putting green. I haven't even putted. I've been fucking busy. I gotta edit fucking everybody's fucking shit. The whole world, bro.
I'm sorry.
It's
I'm
actually
sorry
just
fucking
our shit.
Ricardo
But
Rubin over here. But
I
no,
know.
dude.
no, but
Nobody's had a chance to play. And those who
Yeah.
have, cool on them. Anybody who owns their own 4-hole course in their backyard, like Tiger and Sylvester Stallone.
dude,
they
if I
can-
even
they can
had
stay
one
sharp.
hole,
One hole.
if
Well,
I
you
had
do.
if
You
I
do.
had, I do. I have a 20-yard.
You have one hole.
I have 20-yard little thing, yeah. And I do have the net. I do have the means, but at this new place, since it's now a duplex, an errant shot can get away, and it's over, dude. It's
Yeah.
over. But I do have the big net I could hit into, but
You're able to fly one over the fence once a year. Shit like that. You might hit someone in the ankle, kill a dog. I mean, it's possible, but
I just don't have any
unlikely.
money. Like, I can't even be like, here, shut up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But
What's
Fuck,
going
man.
on, man? What's going on in the world today? I got a really good golf history today, dude.
cool.
Today in golf history, anytime that you could throw out this guy, Bobby Jones, hole in one, 1927. Bobby Jones makes his first hole in one on the PGA Tour.
Was it at East Lake?
Yeah, it was at East Lake.
Yeah, he only has, I think, 2 hole-in-ones ever or something
Good
like
call
that.
on the East Lake. Bro.
Yeah,
Let
and
me
it's
tell you.
one of them's at East Lake, I think.
Yeah.
Or not, I think. That was
Do you want me to read this?
Yeah, please.
In 1927, Robert Tyree, Bobby Jones Jr., made his first hole in one.
Hey, Bobby!
On the 11th hole at East Lake, it measured 173 yards. He used a hickory shafted number 4. Let me pause real quick. There you go. Number 4, a 4-iron with a hickory shaft.
Yeah.
173. What do you hit 173?
173. Well, I hit a 4-iron.
Yeah.
I hit a 4-iron about 175 to 180.
So that's my whole point. Like, this fool's hitting it. Dude, how far do you think you could hit a hickory shaft what he hit?
Oh, 150?
125?
Yeah, 125 probably more like it. Yeah, for sure.
The second ace Jones made in his golfing career was accomplished on the 14th hole at Augusta Country Club, 1932, January
That's a good
13th.
one. That's a good place to have it.
And he used a 4-iron for 136.
Wow, was
He
it
used
windy?
the same club. So Bobby Jones' first 2 hole-in-ones were 173 and 136, respectively. And he used the exact same club. Hickory shafted 4-iron.
How was the conditions that day? Because this stirs up something I'm going to bring up right now. But
It's a good question. It doesn't say that on the plaque that
Okay.
was there designed or to honor him.
so,
But we got a quote from Eugene Black.
okay.
I think in reference to Bobby Jones, who, Bobby Jones, the legend, bro. Sweet
Bobby.
swing. Hey, Bobby.
Yeah.
No man has mastered golf until he realized that his good shots are accidents and his bad shots are good exercise. Good quote. Wow. Yeah.
That's deep. That's a
you
good
here.
one, man.
Get you right here.
Fuck, dude. So that brings me to my next phase of questions here and thoughts. Okay, so he hit a shorter shot with the same club, essentially a club that goes 180 yards. Okay, there's days when you play number 7 at Pebble that is it's typically a 54, a 52. It's 100 yards pitching. Well, for me actually, after hitting a 52 on it, I would definitely go pitch any day of the week on a mild day. But there's days that 110-yard shot is 170 with the wind.
Yep.
Okay, where you're barely able to even get a 4-iron out there. You're lucky if you get it in the bunker. So did that happen that day? Is what I asked with the Bobby Jones first. That's not enough info. It leads you to think too many things just because of when you think of Pebble.
Or you could simplify it more. Let's say that the conditions. This was in the middle of the summer, or whatever. We're talking about Augusta and Eastlake. This is both in Georgia. I mean, you're talking Georgia in the south in the summer. I guarantee there's no wind, and it's just straight up 100 degrees with humidity.
There you go.
So here's the thing. Then it chalks down to how good this fool could finesse an iron.
Right.
If he could cut fade that 4-iron to go 136,
do whatever it wants,
and then also hit it with some top spin, a little bit like up on the ball, and put a little draw on it, and get it to go an extra 35 freaking yards. Quality.
Well, this leads me to much more. We have much more here. So the lofts, I would assume, were different back then. I would assume when Bobby Jones was in his height, there wasn't as many clubs. They didn't have multiple lofts. I think they had a club, and a putter.
No, the iron system, we're talking like Bobby Jones is like pre-1940.
You had a driver, a wood, a mashie, and a fucking iron.
No, that wasn't straight mashies. That was like they were solid. They probably had a 2-iron and maybe a 1-iron. But if not, there was like they didn't have a 9-wood or an 11-wood hybrid or any shit like that. And the most lofted club was probably like the pitch, or maybe a sand wedge at like a 54 or 55.
Right.
But I mean, like 56 became the standard sand wedge, but like cats weren't using 56s all the time.
Well, obviously there's the
then.
evolution too. Like I mean, there was a standard and then things moved around.
Well, and it's called a sand wedge because like usually they're playing links golf. They're just popping it up with their 4-iron, 8-iron.
There's not a lot of mounds.
Maybe a pitch.
Even
but when
if you
they're
had
in
a
the
56,
bunker,
it's good.
But when you're in the bunker, you have to have that extra 8 degrees aloft or whatever.
Yeah. And even back in the day, some of those links courses, like with the exception of like maybe St. Andrews, like you could get out of a bunker with not a whole lot of loft, which would 56 would come into play.
Those pop bunkers. Oh my God.
Excuse me. Yeah. Man,
I
have so much more just because of that. So
I just want to be in a pop bunker trying to get out of it right now. I've never wanted to be in a pop bunker with a difficult shot with everything on the line.
I'll try with the
more
old school
than right now.
Waffle cone, club face, all day. Anything. I would play a hickory match right now if someone let me. I don't even care, and I would hack it everywhere. I don't even care. I would love to just go find my ball right now.
Golfland, bro. Golfland would be great. Putting.
Yeah. Yeah, I'd bring the Scotty out for that maybe. So that leads me to my next thing.
Don't smoke crack.
First of all. And it leads into another thing, but for me as a golfer, and with the fact that I have clubs that I bought from a taller person who actually got them fitted, and I've only shortened the shafts from the top, I still have had to adjust. So I have like clubs that are like phenomenal, right? Like 7, 9, and 5 are my best irons, right? Like the loft and the shafts are perfect for me. Okay. Everything else is kind of crap. Like 4, I'm really hit and miss. Can't really hit it that well. Obviously my little hybrid saver and my 3-wood and my driver, I'm decent, and my wedges I'm phenomenal with. But I'm always having to guess, right? Like, let's say you hit a 150 shot with your pitching wedge. Well, 150 for me, I gotta really calculate everything going on. Is it uphill? Is there any wind? Is there this or that? Because if it's 150, I still might be hitting my 4 for me because of these clubs.
I'm definitely not hitting a pitch, by the way. 8-iron, 7 probably.
Okay.
I lost
uphill with some wind.
Oh yeah. Okay. 7 definitely.
But so I'm definitely hitting a 4.
Yeah.
Okay. And it has to do with the fact that my shafts don't like really align with me. But my next phase is there are some cats out there that just play like 6 clubs. And when you break that into how I play, right? Once I started realizing like I don't need to worry about what you guys are doing, and I need to just focus on like, hey, if it is 160 uphill a little bit with some wind, like I need to hit a 3-wood, and that's fine, right? Because the wind will knock it down and it'll get up there. But if I hit my 4 or my 5, I'm going to be 80. I'm going to definitely be 20 yards short.
Yeah.
30, 40 at the most. I'd rather better my chances with just trying to club up. And any pro will tell you when they say like the big interview with DJ or whoever, like, what's your biggest tip to amateurs? Club up.
Dude,
don't think you can make that shot with that.
When I've had good distance or extreme distance with my irons, I've had little phases in my game where I've been able to hit my irons further and driver further. It's frustrating actually because it's harder to control your distance when you hit down on the ball more and flatten your swing plane or whatever the reason is that enables you to get more distance out of your swing. Whether it's just loosening your grip, getting more flick of the wrist, whatever it is, it becomes more difficult to manage and become, consistent with your distance because your swing speed can change. Right. And if you try to take a lot off it, it's difficult. That's why I think what improved my golf game more recently was that I accepted, like, just take a little bit more club and can repeat the same fucking swing over and over and over and over again. Make the adjustment with your stance or with the club, but don't change the swing. That way, at least, I'm trying to as a golfer, we're always trying to like fine tune our craft, and you change everything. Maybe this works, maybe that works. Man, let me try this.
Totally. And I mean, once I even adapted to that and adjusted to however far I hit whatever, that helped a lot. And since I do have coaching credentials, I can even say like, when I break down your swing, and I've always said, like, once you slow down the aggressiveness, you're going to get better results.
Yeah.
Because for some reason, for you have the natural length and the ability to get there. And your precision with your irons are amazing because I've noticed that no matter where you're at, you kind of get it close. I'll hit it to where I need to get it, but I'll always run it, or it's just not exact. Of course, I get some great shots, but ever since we've been golfing, I've always noticed that, which is kind of weird. It's kind of essentially always hitting the sweet spot. You know, it's always hitting that nice.
And we're not even hitting the sweet spot the way
right.
Right.
So your ability to do that saves you when you're hitting a long iron too long.
Yeah.
Or too short.
God, I miss the
because you're always around there.
When can we go again?
Oh God, man. When can we go? Where would we go? I would say the first thing we do.
That's a great question. Hold on. If golf completely opened up.
Let's prep this for the turn here. Yeah.
Everywhere. Yeah, that's right. Where would you play if golf opens up everywhere in California?
Well, to fire this off, to quote Jack Nicklaus today, and we've all heard this, but he requoted it today in that Pebble thing. He always says if he could pick one place, if he had one round, if someone said you have one round,
I'm not talking about Pebble, dude. You can't.
No. But no, I'm just setting the precedent, like I'm just setting the stage here for.
It's true.
He would pick Pebble, but right now, if with the exception of Pebble and what you could afford, if someone said get out there tomorrow, where would we go? You and Ryan. Someone's paying for us to go, with the exception of Pebble and big things. You guys go. Film your shit.
All right. We'll come back.
You know what I mean?
And we'll get into that.
So, that's the question I'm asking there. So, I don't know. Stew on that for a second. And, I mean, for me, Muni, nice?
No.
Not nice? Right?
Yeah. Do
we film our run? Do we renegade it? I don't know. Something to think
about. So I know, man. It's nothing extravagant. It's nothing crazy. But I got to go with my spot, Spring Valley. Up in the hills off Calaveras, Milpitas.
I'd be right there with you, brother.
Spring Valley.
That's a good call, man.
That's
a great call.
It's home. When you miss something that you love so much, you want to go back, like you miss home. That's a home course right there.
Well, at what is it, 10-minute increments, to a person or to a hole.
Yeah.
Why can't they do that out here? Now, what we brought up on another show is it would be a shit show around here, though. It'd be a straight shit fucking show with the amount of people trying to golf, dude.
With this weather. It is 81 degrees
in San Jose right now. You know how bad it'd be
right now?
Could you imagine 10-minute increments, twosomes?
Okay.
Oh, God.
How are you going to make me not want to play golf after just being so excited?
I'll tell you what.
Bro. You're right.
That's my biggest thing with golf, man. Like, that's why I golf so early. Like, I mean, all headaches aside, like, if I tell my lady I'll be home by 8 because I teed off at fucking 5:45.
Yeah.
No one's out there. I tee off by myself. I'm done by 9. Bring breakfast, whatever. Still be home to make breakfast.
No, the next time we tee off, it's gonna be hell on cartwheels.
It's gonna be hell on cartwheels, dude, for sure. The magic carpet path ride is gonna be in flames, dude, for sure.
It's gonna be the black magic carpet ride.
Got a black magic carpet.
But you know what? Here's the thing that I just thought about while you were saying that. This is no matter where we go, because anywhere we go will be in a short distance from our home, just because, and like just like any other golfer, you've played every course that's within a 10-mile fucking drive from your home right now.
That's true.
You've played every course at least 10 times, right?
Oh.
So
Lord,
any course we go to, the next course we play will be like a homecoming, no matter where it is. No matter where it is, unless we go somewhere we've never been before.
We need to go as far away as we can.
Should we do that?
So we can have fun.
Well, how about this? How about Hidden Valley? I mean...
It's an all-day mission. Someone's got to drive there, someone's got to drive back. Because what is... I mean, it ends up being like a fucking 9-hour day, 10-hour day.
My wife would love that.
And it's hot as fuck out there, dude. It's hot as fuck.
Especially now. I think summer's done, dude. Your lady, Carissa, made a good point, bro. She said, I think the rain's done.
Rain is
done.
Let's look into it. I mean, I don't know about their stay in plays, but we can go play golf for a day and come home.
Yeah. Well, if you want to meet me at in Napa, bro, at Silverado.
So let's really think this out then. Let's really try to do this, because at the end of the day, I want to try to do the the 9-hole dash, man. Mm-hmm. Crust versus Meloche, Adidas versus Nike.
We're not gonna be able to do that for a while.
But if we go to a course right now that's far away enough that not a lot of people play at one time, then who cares? Wow.
Well, nice little. Sorry about that. Someone just gave birth to a werewolf. Right now.
Someone's walking by with a dog right now. But yeah,
it's a natural habitat. Let's run with the show. But it's gonna be tough, bro. It's gonna be tough.
I don't. Again, dude, Hidden Valley.
We'll see how hidden
Lake County. It is. It's in Lake County, dude.
We'll see.
It's in the cuts, dude. No one's traveling. I'll tell you what, right now. No one is definitely really trying to like get to Hidden Valley, Lake County, California right now.
That's true.
I'll tell you that much.
Yeah.
So, but I'm with you on Spring Valley, 100%.
Yeah. And the thing about it is, it's true, man. We just need to play, bro. We just need to play. I just need to hit a ball. I like how you were talking about not having stuff in the screen. And anyways.
Oh, we're good.
Yeah.
That was minor.
There's
show's almost over.
It's weird. It's weird how we I guess we've had stuff to talk about. With limited guests, limited content as far as information that's new, because there's just, like we stated many times before, there's just nothing to talk about for golf. Rory,
this is the biggest thing. Before that, I mean, golf courses opening is the biggest thing. That's a huge thing. Dude.
It's gonna happen. You hear what Rory said about the Ryder Cup, right?
No, I didn't.
So in all the talks about, Rory is outspoken, and I guess you could do that when you net like $45 million a year. But he is outspoken about not wanting to do any golf tournament unless there's going to be patrons. He keeps saying, wait till 21. That's his hashtag motto.
Wow. That's funny because on the last pod when I wrote it all out, I was like, is our next season 2021?
Could
And,
be.
and I didn't even hear that yet. And that is a legitimate question. Brooks, we already talked about, came out, and me and Phil were talking about today that, again, Brooks being a guy that kind of complains about people being in his face. I could be wrong on those quotes, but I'm pretty sure I did. Comes out and says, it's going to suck when we're coming down 18. There's no patrons there to fucking cheer us on.
Yeah.
Rightfully so. That's like a baseball stadium with no fans.
Well,
baseball stadiums hold 60,000 people. There's going to be nobody there.
everybody is thinking and feeling what Mustache decided to say live. That's Brooks' new nickname. Until he shaves that thing, he's now known as Mustache. But it's true. I mean, like, it's gonna suck. But fuck that. That's a petty thing to say, Brooks. That's what I said last show. He loves to stir the pot, man.
And I think he was stirring the pot, not knowing the shit show that was coming.
Yeah.
We're like, now you need them.
It's really tough.
Now you need the fans.
Like, everybody's a little sensitive right now when it comes to this. You don't want to stir the pot too much right now.
For sure.
Yeah.
100%.
Jokes aren't as funny as they normally are, just because.
Well, they can be
4,000
until someone
people,
dies, though.
Dude,
I mean, that's the thing.
Thousands of people are still dying a day. Like, when the population and the amount of people that die on a normal daily basis, when you have 9 billion people living in the world, is pretty staggering. But 3,000 or 4,000 people a day is a hefty number for any nation, and that's what's we're passing everybody. I just hope this stops, man. Everybody's sick of it. You know how many times I don't even work with that many people, and I still hear people in my work just, I'm sick of this fucking crisis thing. I'm sick of this virus.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, how do you feel about the guys that are out there protesting that this shit needs to be done because they need a haircut? Or this, I can deal with a haircut. I mean, this hat is a little tight.
I could use a haircut. I need to cut all of this.
But I'll go buy some clippers and let my lady cut it. Like, she's done it before. I'll let my sister cut it. Like, who cares?
Yeah.
Fuck. I'll let you cut it if you want. I don't know.
I'll do it, dude. If you need me to. Left-handed? Can I do it with switch hands?
I do agree. I do agree. You should be able to go fishing.
Golf.
And golf.
Skateboarding.
Hike. You should be able to play basketball. Well.
Nope. Basketball's too dangerous, bro.
I can understand, because the minute you let one court open, there's gonna be fucking 20 motherfuckers out there. But you would think...
You know what? Here's a good one. What about catch with a baseball?
Yeah.
And gloves.
I mean, you're touching things that other people are touching.
You're transferring down your, but you know what? As long as you wash your hands real nice and good after playing a good old game of father son, pitch catch, baseball.
I'd say me and my nephew, or you and me playing catch. That's fine. But if you get 7 of us together, nah, it's not good.
How long ago was it we did that little park mission for the birthday with the piñata?
Oh, Lily's?
Yeah. That was her second.
March.
That was March.
Well, hers is the 4th, so it was that weekend. It was probably like the 6th or the 7th.
Wow, so basically that was a week before shit got shut down.
Shit got shut down right after that.
Yeah.
The next weekend we was shut down.
And that's funny, because that's the last memory I have of doing something super social like that we were allowed to, which is going to a park and like having. And then after that, you were doing
skate videos.
And then it's crazy how quickly your mentality changes, because as soon as they like, well, I mean, it is if you're smart, because I mean, tongue in cheek, but at the same time, like, we got issues right now, because going back to golf, if it was up to other governors and other states on what tournaments would be allowed to go down,
people would be
you'd
golfing.
have Georgia and Florida and South Carolina and South Dakota and all these states being like, let's go, let's roll, dude, let's go, get the tournament booked, put people in the fucking stands, buy chili dogs.
We need the money.
They need the money. But then you got California,
and
New York, and Michigan, and I'm gonna, whatever. This is not a competition, but certain states have been affected more than others, so naturally they're gonna be like, nah. Like, Newsom wants to keep California locked the fuck down.
And the New York guy who I love,
Cuomo,
super Italian guy, man. Just
he's good, man.
No more than death. No more. The report. I saw this thing. The reporter was like, "Oh, da 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 da. People are complaining and they want to get." And he was like, "Oh, yeah, their lives.
Yeah,
that's more like." Really? You can't go do that? That's more important than death?
I mean, you heard us to start the show. We're not going to give any opinions on
but that guy's
politics, but go listen to him give opinions.
Ask an Italian guy how the guy that runs the city, how he feels.
He's done a good job, yeah.
That was brilliant today. He asked every reporter, he's like, get an essential job then if you can't work.
Well, that's a tough one.
No, because every essential job, you get a job as a mail carrier right now.
That's who I feel
too.
bad for
Boom.
right now.
Everybody can.
This is who I feel bad for, is the people who had non-essential jobs and are really struggling, because I got to be honest, I was somehow blessed enough to get a job right when this crisis happened, as opposed to a lot of people who have lost their job.
It's true.
And that is harsh. And those people, like, they are screwed. Did you see that thing about the restaurant? You sent it, right? You forwarded it.
Sherwood Inn.
Sherwood Inn, dude.
That's a local favorite, man. Look it up.
Bro,
Sherwood Inn.
I almost read that entire dissertation that fool wrote to close his business down.
And he opted to get the bar to just stay open, and they were like,
and I got choked up reading that thing, and I was just like, man, I switched over to my own Facebook for 2 seconds, and start reading this thing. I get choked up on, because that's one business that got brutally affected by this.
We spent so many. Well, my sister used to have dance class right next door to there.
Oh man,
Atlas School of Dance used to be right there. It's actually still kind of like kitty corner next to the donut shop, but we'd go to Sherwood and hang out there while they would do that, or go to the donut shop. As we got older, shout out to the committee, Chris and them. They go there and do the karaoke, and I told him today, I was like, oh, Sherwood's done, man.
That's rough.
So
that's the beginning.
Great memories, but small. The small businesses like that are getting kind of jacked, man.
They're getting shattered, man. Yeah. It's terrible.
So, so you know what? To close it out with golf, I will say this: if a golf course can get open and sell some food, then Sherwood Inn can sell some food.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. And
here's what they.
Well, why aren't they doing takeout anyway? So
here's that you just answered the question,
because they sell food.
This is why they're shutting down, because that dude. What was his name again?
I can't remember right now.
He just basically decided, here are my options. I either convert to a full-scale drive-by or like drive-through window / pickup only, or delivery service, or I lose enough business to where I can't maintain. I'm cutting the cord. I'm done with this. That's just what happens.
I mean, sometimes you got to do what you got to do to maintain.
But you got to acclimate if you want to keep your food service business running. Like, shout out to my boy Joey, dude, and about his Rosario's Tacos. That's his spot, and they were struggling, like I mentioned him earlier, because when you're in food service and people drop all their catering orders,
right?
But eventually, he did what you need to do. You convert over into a delivery, basically a what's it called, Dine and Dash, or
just
DoorDash.
Catering, drop it off, man.
DoorDash, that's the one. The one. They're making a killing. You do that, and you keep your business running, because people got to eat. People got to eat, and now they're stuck in their home.
Well, now more than ever, they're going to want to. Postmates is killing it, probably.
Oh, killing it. Because they need shit to get done. They need people to do it. And you know what? You show up, you wear a mask, you keep your distance.
Yeah.
That's an essential job. That'll keep you in business.
Yeah. So, again, the essential jobs are out there.
But you know what jobs are fucked up, too? The trades. Like anything. Because certain places, like...
Certain are open, certain are not.
Well, I mean, agriculture or low-income housing or things like that, where construction will still, as permits get done, but construction, on the other hand, like anything that's super commercial or like cosmetic fucking residential remodeling, like none of that shit's really going to be happening. So,
well, again, if you're going to open the golf courses, man,
open them, golf.
and make see how bad you want to golf, man. How bad do you want to golf?
Okay,
I will book a tee time. If they said I could book a tee time today for next week, that I could organize all 4 of us to go, for sure.
I'll physically...
We're so booked up, but you guys get the whole course to yourself. Go for it.
If I will punch myself as hard as I possibly can with all like the room that I have and inertia that I can maintain to be able to go play golf right now.
It's huge, right now. Bro, I would be so like, if we weren't in quarantine, like let's say they released a quarantine, and we go golf, I would be hesitant not to invite my lady, the kid. The whole 9, all of us just have a fun day, because if it's going to be a 7-hour round anyway.
I'll sneak out at 5 in the morning, bro. Meet you here at 7, dude.
We can do that
kill
too.
36 one day.
Or 5 to 9, and then a barbecue after, though. That's all I'm getting at. Like, have the family meet out. Like, it's such a huge thing. Meet us at the 18. We'll go barbecue somewhere after, social distance.
Hit up the night.
Fuck, dude. Just a 3 of us, dude, with our fam.
Well, Larry, let's get out of here, bro.
Let's do it, brother.
Let's go.
we just wanted to say hi to everybody.
Hi.
And yeah, man. Head down
Good vibes.
to everyone, man.
And just remember, as the music's playing, that whatever you think you're about to hear me say, you're not, because I didn't have anything planned. So this delivery is going to be null and void. Good evening. Good night.
Listen to the music.